I have many films to choose from, but undoubtedly one of my favorite movies is the 2004 teen comedy classic Mean Girls. Mean Girls follows the story of Katie Heron, who comes from humble beginnings of being homeschooled in Africa by her scientist parents to moving to the suburbs of Illinois to where she experiences public school and the wild life that popularity in high school has to offer. What I would like to take a look at in Mean Girls is Katie's transformation throughout the movie and how the mise-en-scene in the film portrays that. First, let's take a look at when Katie first meets Regina George in the Plastics. I'd like to point out the costumes, acting from actors, prop setups, and setting design differences between Regina and Katie in two different scenes.
Why don't I know you?
I'm new. I just moved here from Africa.
What?
I used to be homeschooled.
Wait, what?
My mom taught me at home.
No, I know what homeschool is. I'm not retarded. So you've actually never been to a real school before? Shut up. Shut up!
I didn't say anything.
Homeschooled. That's really interesting.
Thanks.
You're like really pretty.
Thank you.
So you agree?
What?
You think you're really pretty?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it?
Oh, my mom made it for me.
It's adorable.
It's so fetch.
What is fetch?
Oh, it's like slang from England.
If we take a look at Regina, we see that she has a very upkeep appearance. She has light blonde hair that is perfectly straightened and not a single hair is out of place. She has on makeup and gloss lips to match her outfit. Moving on to Regina's costumes, she is wearing a crisp, clean, neat pink button-up shirt, giving off the stereotypical popular girl who cares about what she looks like and has a reputation to uphold. If we compare this to Katie, who has dark brown hair and a ponytail with no makeup, she's wearing a plain, worn-down plaid blue shirt that corresponds with her humble beginnings of growing up in Africa. Katie is giving off the girl-next-door look and is nowhere as dominant as Regina's appearance is, and the two are very physically different from each other. Now let's look at the way the scene is set up. We have Regina and the Plastics who all sit on one side of the table, with Regina in the middle of Karen and Gretchen. This makes it feel like Katie's in an interview rather than the Plastics truly wanting to be her friend. Regina sitting in the middle of the two girls shows that she is always the center of attention and portrayed as the boss or as the most important figure of the three girls. If we look at Katie, she is sitting on the other side of the table by herself with no one on either side of her. I think this shows how she is a new girl in school, and obviously she wouldn't have any friends yet, but it also shows how helpless she is while talking to the Plastics. When Regina speaks, she has a dominant stance as she talks with her arms crossed, sitting straight up, constantly leaning in, maintaining eye contact with Katie the entire conversation, and touching her without asking like she owns her or has the right to because of who she is. When Katie speaks, she is extremely less dominant compared to Regina. She talks with her hands in her lap, leaning back in her chair, has wondering eyes when she speaks, and quickly withdraws from Regina's touch. This scene shows Katie's and Regina's true identities before their major events in the movies take place, and changes the two of them. Now let's take a look at the same scene, and the mise-en-scene has changed and the roles are reversed for Katie and Regina.
Regina, we have to talk to you.
Is butter a carb?
Yes.
Gina, you're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
So?
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
Whatever. Those rules aren't real.
They were real that day I wore a vest.
Because that vest was disgusting.
You can't sit with us!
These sweatpants are all that fits me right now. Fine. You can walk home, bitches. This scene starts off with all four girls sitting at the table equally instead of everyone on one side like in the first clip. I think the camera angle in this scene shows that they are now equally dominant to each other because they are all seated in a symmetrical box or square, and you can see them in the shot. So whereas in the first scene you could only see Regina and her friends, then Katie sitting alone. There are physical changes between Katie and Regina as well. Regina's tidy and upkeep appearance is now gone. Her hair is in a messy bun and her clothes are not as glamorous as they usually are. She is wearing a dark brown tracksuit, slouching in her seat, and eating without any manners. We can visually see a difference between Regina's tray compared to the others. On hers, there is a lot of unhealthy food that is scattered and unorganized across it, while the other girls all have healthy options and their items are placed neatly and organized on the tray. If we take a look at Katie in this scene, she has done a complete 180 with her physical appearance as well. Her hair is now down in loose curls compared to the ponytail she had in the first scene, and she is now wearing makeup, glossed lips, and has hooped earrings in her ears. She is wearing more presentable clothing in this scene and has brighter colors compared to Regina. From comparing the mise-en-scene of the two scenes, you can clearly see how the costumes, acting, props, and setting in the scenes were used to show Katie's and Regina's transformation throughout the movie. Thank you for watching my film analysis of Mean Girls.